You okay?
It is April 11th. It is the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. Andy O'Reilly, Dave Cackley, and we are set and ready to talk some news. Boy, it was a exciting night on Facebook last night.
Oh, yeah.
All the tornadoes.
That's all anybody wants to talk about. You know, there wasn't a tornado that we know of.
Well,
There's
there
a lot
wasn't.
of wind.
No?
There's that barn that got destroyed in Alto.
Yeah.
That they're still trying to figure out if it was wind or if it was a tornado. And with all the weather equipment we have now, how do we not know this yet?
Well, I think you know how weather people are.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, well.
I'm not disparaging weather people.
Not whatsoever, but let's just say it's more of an act than it is a reality show. I'm just
What
saying.
you're saying is it's all guessing.
No. Well, they get paid more than I do, so they're doing something right. You know.
Absolutely.
All right. So, and anyway, on the Alto situation, we all understand that if something happens in Alto, it's the most important thing ever.
Absolutely.
Because there are rich people in Alto.
There are high property values in
That's
Alto.
right. Something like that goes on in Ravenna. Ooh, you're not going to hear a whole lot about it, are you?
It's kind of glossed over a little bit.
Alto, on the other hand, ooh boy.
It's different. Different strokes, different folks.
That's right, man.
You know what I'm excited about?
Easter.
Well, yes. Actually, before Easter, I got 2 days left, and I can start eating meat again.
Oh, thank God.
Gave up meat for Lent. 40 days.
Wow.
No burgers, no chicken.
I'm here to tell you, man. You have just punched your ticket to the pearly gates. That's how it works.
That's how much I love Jesus, Andy.
That's how much you're going to be questioned when you get there. They're going to let's see. Dave Cackley. All right, I'm St. Peter, right? Dave Cackley, let me look at the list here. All right, child out of wedlock. That night at the Orbit Room. But you did give up meat for Lent.
There you
Okay,
go.
come on in, Dave.
Tips the scales in my favor, absolutely. Ecclesiastical whiteout.
We won't even talk about the extra days you have to do in purgatory for that one thing that you found out when you were about 12.
Okay, no, it was a little after that. 13 and a half, maybe? I don't know.
Wow, good for you. Wow.
Oh,
All right, what are we doing here? Some news?
Yeah, let's get into it. A sad story out of California. Special needs teacher and an 8-year-old boy were shot and killed in what's being called a murder-suicide at an elementary school in San Bernardino on Monday. According to police, 53-year-old Cedric Anderson walked into North Park Elementary and opened fire on his wife, 53-year-old Kelly Smith, before turning the gun on himself. This occurred just before 10:30 local time. 8-year-old Jonathan Martinez was also shot. He was pronounced dead at a local hospital. Another 9-year-old student is listed in stable condition.
It is time to, we got to arm somebody in these schools.
Yeah.
There needs to be a police officer in every school or security or something. It's time.
Do you really think there's any defense for something like this? There's
no defense for
crazy who went crazy.
I don't think that. But as we've talked for years, these schools are all soft targets, and
Absolutely.
they don't have to be. I don't want to say like you should feel like you're entering a prison or anything like that, but the idea of not having somebody there that can at least be on deck for the kind of protection that schools need.
Now the argument against that would be, do we need? Do we want to militarize the school zones? Basically?
I didn't say that. I didn't say it had to be militarized. I didn't say it had to have that oppressive appearance to it. It could even be a plainclothes cop of some sort,
right?
That blends into the schools. But we need better security on the doors. We need somebody in the schools that's a security, professional, be it a veteran or somebody that's willing to. It's time. I'm sorry, it really is.
Now, I completely agree with you, but you know what? Every time something like this happens, it becomes, we got to get guns. We got to get guns away from people. We've got to have tighter, more restrictive gun laws. And I just don't think there's not a single piece of gun legislation that you could write that's going to prevent a crazy person from acting crazy because they don't care about the ramifications.
You're not going to do it. You won't. So the only thing you can do to react to something like that is be ready for it as best you can.
Yeah.
You have to be prepared. You got to be, on standby. And unfortunately, when it comes down to our kids, there's no amount of money that's too much. You know what I mean? If you protect one kid and some guy's got a $40,000 a year job being the guard at the school, yeah. Okay.
You know what I've noticed since we've been doing this? This is what I like, our 6th podcast. You and I are agreeing on things more than we used to.
Yeah.
You notice that? And I'm thinking you're actually coming around to a more reasonable train of thought, because usually I used to have to slam you down in disagreements, and now it seems like you're kind of coming around to the way I think about things.
It never really worked that way. You were the one with the pinhead, and I was the one with the logic.
Okay.
I think you're starting to come around to the way things think.
This is one of those times where you're misremembering.
No, I got it pretty up.
You drank
Right
a lot back in the day. You lost a lot of brain cells. You tend to forget things. Okay, we'll agree to disagree on that.
Well, it's time for better security in our schools. Thank you.
All right, very good. According to a U.S. military spokesman, international and Afghan forces have reduced the territory controlled by Islamic militants in Afghanistan by more than 65% and killed half the affiliate fighters over the last 2 years. U.S. Navy Captain Bill Salvin said that NATO has carried out more than 450 airstrikes since the year began, with drone strikes killing more than 200 militants. This is one reason I am very pro-drone. I love drones. Drones are awesome. I don't know why people complain about us using drones, but if you can get rid of somebody without putting American troops in danger, I think that's fantastic. I don't know why anybody should be against that.
They have said, and who knows, it could be right or wrong, but they have said that the last manned fighting airplane has been built. From here on out, there won't be pilots. So. It's this isn't exclusive to Islam.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go back a few years. Let's talk about the Crusades. What would have happened back then when that was dude?
It didn't
you roll
happen.
your eyes and laugh, but
people were blowing themselves up during the Crusades. Let's
no,
not
they were
try and
chopping
make
heads
that
off. There's a big
comparison.
difference there.
Let's not make that comparison. That's
you know what? And here's what it is. I don't take away religion from anybody. I don't want, have your faith, live it, love it, all that good stuff. But when you start buying into the way other people think, there's the element to have things twisted. And it's happened in Christianity. It has.
I'm not denying that.
But now, and now it's Islam's turn. And it's
And this isn't even most Islam. This is
no, I know. That's the thing.
But it's a loud enough portion. And this is one thing. Now I minored in religion, so
of course
I'm a little more studied on this. People forget that Islam is about 700 years younger than Christianity, so it's about 700 years less evolved.
Yep.
So there's still a sect of Islam that is still kind of in the Stone Age when it comes to belief and thought within.
I don't disagree at all. And if you look, and I'm not saying anything bad about the religion of the people or anything like that, but if you look at the people that have gotten into this bad sect in Islam,
right?
They're poor, they've got no opportunity to go anywhere else. They get their mind twisted by a handful of sickos in a religion, and it's just I hate. What I hate is when people try to blame the religion on all this when it's just a part of the religion.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I've got a niece that's Muslim.
Really?
My niece converted. She actually married a man, a Syrian refugee, who literally fled ISIS at gunpoint.
Wow.
I mean, people forget about this. Like Islam is the target of ISIS. Like more Muslims are killed in this than Christians even. But it is that sect that, like I said, has not evolved past the terrorist point. That we got to deal with, and it's loud enough that it's. I mean,
and like I said, this is not exclusive to Islam.
Right.
You know,
there you go.
Minds can be corrupted anywhere.
Absolutely. A man in Mason County accused of torturing his girlfriend's cat has been charged with animal cruelty. 33-year-old Raymond Spiker was taken into police custody last weekend. According to the Mason County Sheriff's Department, the cat had to have a leg amputated.
Ugh.
Suspect claims he stepped on the cat by mistake. Veterinarian's report says the injuries were not consistent with that claim. The incident was allegedly the result of an argument Spiker had with his girlfriend on March 4th in Hamlin Township. I hate stories like this because I'm pro-cat. I love cats. Are like the greatest pets in the world. They're far superior to dogs in my estimation.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with you.
You pet them, they walk away. They occasionally come cuddle with you. Let them out.
That's
you don't
it.
see them for a couple of days. They come back. It's great. It's a great relationship. The best. I mean, seriously, it's like having a casual relationship with a girl.
Oh, isn't that nice? Is that what you call it? A casual relationship with a girl?
It's the same. It's like dating somebody casually. They're low maintenance. You don't have to talk to them. You have to be. It's not like having a dog. A dog's like being in like a serious relationship. It takes a lot of maintenance. They're very needy, and
Yeah. I don't like either of them anymore. A, I don't like hair on things. It makes me want to barf. B, if I touch a dog or a cat or a goat or any other animal with hair on it, as I've gotten older, I've got
touching goats a lot.
Well, I work at the farm market in the fall, so there's plenty of goats up there. As I've gotten older, I've gotten allergies. I can't. If I pet a dog now, my hand will swell up, and it itches for days. And then, of course, I'll touch my eyes, and next thing you know, I'm getting the Claritin out, and it's weird. Most kids grow out of allergies. I grew into them. Freak.
Nasty. See, once again, you don't. I've stepped on cats by accident a lot because cats just kind of tend to wander and they occasionally get in your way and you accidentally step on them.
Right.
There's no way a cat's going to have to have its leg amputated unless you are stomping on it.
I'm here to tell you right now, this guy up in Mason County, let's take a ride out about a mile offshore. If you can swim back, you're fine. Pen and serve.
That's Andy O'Reilly justice right there.
That's right. You and me, we're going to go for a boat ride. Come on, man. How's your swimming? Here's a life jacket.
A historic movie theater is set to reopen this weekend in Norton Shores. The Getty Drive-In, built back in 1948, is one of fewer than 10 left in the entire state. The outdoor venue has 4 screens, which will play 2 features every night. Theater will open for the season at 8 p.m. this coming Friday.
It is going to be a stellar season. We did a story here on the Muskegon Channel just recently about it. And the Getty 4, the closest drive-in to the Getty 4 is 128 miles away.
Yeah.
Everybody says there's nothing to do in Muskegon. Well, I'm here to tell you what. Get the kids loaded in the car, throw some blankets in, come on out, and enjoy a drive-in show because it's really, really a fun experience. And it's a first-class thing. It's a Celebration Cinema Theater.
It's good throwback entertainment. I still remember the first time I went to a drive-in, my sister and her husband took me and my nephew to see Ghostbusters.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was great. I was
my first drive-in.
Old.
My first drive-in, Apple Dumpling Gang.
Don Knotts.
That's right. Apple Dumpling Gang. And then a little later on down the line, I don't remember exactly what we went to see, but it was at the one on 28th Street that used to be out behind Studio 28. Remember when the drive-in was out there?
Did the Quad have one or not?
No, the Quad did not have one.
Drive-in?
What's that? No, Quad didn't have a drive-in.
Okay.
No, but the one that was out behind 28th Street at Studio 28 out there, I went to see something with an old babysitter. She and her date took me out for the night.
Oh, nice.
I watched Stripes out the back window. You want to talk about high-end, bootleg material for somebody that's 11 years old. Hey, what was that? Shower?
John Larroquette with the telescope into the shower.
That's exactly the scene right there.
Oh, good times.
Stripes.
Andy's sex education in 1981.
Explains a lot, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Lecherous pervert. All right, what do we got going on? Sports or something?
Sports. Tigers beat the Red Sox 2-1. Cubs unveiled their World Series banner in their home opener and topped the Dodgers 3-2. Pistons play their last game at the Palace, falling to the Wizards 105-101, and the Lumberjacks getting ready for their Eastern Conference playoff series with Dubuque. Of course, that's set to go down on Friday. Face-off set for 7:15. Don't forget Game 3 next Friday in Muskegon, LC Walker Arena. I
Actually,
believe tickets.
slow down. They changed the schedule up.
Again?
Yeah, it's not till next week now. So we get this weekend off, and next week they get the playoffs underway. I'm not sure why the schedule change happened, but it did, and that's where it's at. So it's not this weekend. Next weekend we'll be at the LC Walker Arena, entertaining everybody with hockey. It's no shame on you, Dave, for getting it wrong. None whatsoever. I want you to hold your head high. I want you to feel good about you.
I will turn into that skid.
Come here, give me a hug. Get over here, you. Come here.
Go away.
Andy and Dave Daly. We'll see you tomorrow.